of Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs. Welcome to your 7-card draw. What do I need shadow read for this full moon to new moon, March into April 2022? I am your reader, Mark Angelo, Lyons, Mal for short. Professional witch, professional intuitive, president of Drawing the Circle Productions since 1998, author of Words of Grace from a Professional Witch, available on Kindle, link in the description box, creator on Patreon, blink, patreon.com/Drawing the Circle. I'm the Archangel of Lyons, Mark Angelo Lyons, but you can call me Mal. Hey, my Virgos. Virgo Sun conjunct Jupiter here, second house, Leo rising. Very, very ready to read us all for filth. If you are new to the channel, a 7-card draw is 1 card from 7 different decks, getting you clues, tips, and hints about a specific astrological timeline. And let's look at that because this is our full moon. The full moon in Virgo, Friday, March 18th. 3:17 a.m. Eastern Time. I am in New York, but we are looking at the 14 days, the 2 weeks, the waning moon, the releasing, the letting go, the forgiving, the alchemy, the surrender, the shadow work, to the new moon in Aries, Friday, April 1st, April Fool's Day, 2:24 a.m. So depending on your time zone, you can wake up that Friday morning, do a little something something, plant a seed, and I will have those readings, the 5-card draw, new to fulls, done before that if all goes well. That being said, as anything else on YouTube, it is a general read, not a private read. You want a private read with me? There's a link in the description box to a YouTube video I made last year. Booking a reading with Mal explains everything. Everybody who watches it is like, oh cool, that's easy, but it's because it explains it all, just like Clarissa. So take what resonates, leave what doesn't in a general read. Check your other signs to get more information about the situation we're about to look at, or another one running parallel, because we all got more than one thing going on, right? Shadow work, particularly right now on planet Earth, is, I think, really our only way to help heal the world, because a lot of us don't have the sort of political pull or access to shift what's going on planet Earth overtly, with what's going on in Ukraine and just the whole 9 yards of what we're going through on planet Earth. Really, unity consciousness is here. It's just beating the crap out of the illusion of separation. It's not that we're all connected, we are all one, right, Virgos? One root system connecting us all, but yet one root system. So let's get up in this gig. Both feet on the floor if you can, stay grounded, focus on your breath if you will, and I will do my best to get you the clarity, guidance, and grace for my fellow Virgos at our full moon, when the moon rides at her peak. Then ye hearts desire seek, and you might want to check your 5-card draw to whatever. We're building up to this our full moon in Virgo. Let's do this. Please take a nice deep breath. And let's get card number 1 on the table as I call to the collective pantheons of angels, archangels, goddesses, gods, ascended masters, the higher selves of all involved, 5th dimension above, 8th chakra and above, the spirit animals and totems, as well as the pantheon of all pantheons, all lineages, cultures, and traditions. Please give me 1 Caroline Mace archetype card. Show us the 8th chakra dynamic hovering over the head, the archetypal lesson, the indication of the shadow work, from lead to gold, shadow to light, pain to peace. This waning moon from the Virgo full moon to new, which is going to be in Aries, which means it's going to be dark moon in Pisces, our opposite sign, and I'm a Pisces moon. Yay. This March to April. The Avenger. Oh, I've been feeling it big time. You can have an archetype, a reason, a season, or a lifetime. All archetypes are neutral. This is an action family archetype, so is it justice or revenge? Ooh, I've been feeling the revenge big time. And the key to shadow work is to feel it just don't act on it, right? Feel it, let it process. You gotta feel it to heal it. Let's look at this. Wow. I was just having a little conversation with my guides about this morning, and here it is. The shadow attribute, resorting to violence in the name of a cause. And remember, violence isn't always so overt, particularly if you're a witch, right? Although, I think the best curse that I've ever cast has been 3 words. May you heal, right? Like that's rough. The light attribute, what we're shooting for here, I'll include myself in this reading. I kind of have to. We're all one anyway. Desire to balance the scales of justice, righteousness on behalf of society or oneself. And with what we're going through, it's both, right? It's totally both. The more you try and balance the scales of justice within you, right? Being just, being true, being honorable, right? You know, like which part of Tony Stark you want to be if you're going to look the Avengers, right? As much as we love a Scarlet Witch, we know she could rip apart the multiverse, right? So let's keep this in mind. Look, I got to keep these light. There are shadow reads, and there's, let's just say, the war situation in Europe is affecting the empaths like crazy. But that's why shadow work is really important, because what else are you going to do? What can you do? Sure, send money, donate, do whatever you are inspired and called to do. But for the majority of the people, you hear thoughts and prayers and pray and meditate and bless the world. Well, this is getting into the control panel. And just like the 8th chakra, when you shift something in the 8th chakra, every chakra underneath it shifts accordingly, instantly. And that's what we're going to look at in the next 2 cards, what you attract, what you repel. The crown, the third eye, the throat, and the heart chakra are the feminine energy, the internal, the psychological world, the personal level of power. And so we're going to use the Daughters of the Moon Tarot, a feminist deck, which I love. Breathe. You can probably guess I'm a feminist. Here we go. As I call to my goddesses of earth, the sign of Virgo powers of the north, please, 1 card in clarity, leave it in my hand. Hard third eye crown. Dynamic, definitely a throat chakra thing going on here. If I'm coughing this early into the reading, doing these particular cards, what's going on there? Heart, third eye crown. For the Virgo collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs watching this video, receiving this reading, because this is where the shadow work starts, right? You got a throat chakra, choose to do it or not. With this Avenger archetype in the 8th, what's going on? Heart, third eye crown. For the Virgos, hour full to new in Aries. Ready? The Amazon, the Chariot. I am so down. Oh, I've got all my Wonder Womans up on the 3rd shelf. I don't think you can see any on the first 2. The Chariot. Don't I have that? Somebody gave me a version of the Chariot card with Wonder Woman, and it's up there somewhere. Yeah, this is taking inspiration and motivation, the light horse and the dark horse, and bringing them together. Yeah, sure, fast-moving action, but it's the Cancerian card, hence the crescent moon shield, right? And check her out. She's like, so in terms of, I mean, light horse, dark horse, right? Justice or vengeance? Are you vengeance? Are you the knight? Are you Batman? God, I wish. Cute. A lot of money. I still think the Lego Batman is my favorite version now. That song. Darkness. So let's see what's going on from the outside looking in. The lower 3 chakras, right? Maybe you from the inside looking out. The masculine energy. Lower 3 chakra dynamic is all about relationships in the world. Root chakra, groups, tribes, circles of people, friends, family, but plural, right? Not just one-on-one, that's 2nd chakra. Umbilical, honoring one another, right? Sacred truth of the root chakra is all as one. That's just how it is. Didn't write it that way. That's just how it is. 2nd chakra, honor one another, right? To really honor the lessons that are being learned. Solar plexus, honor thyself. Your personal power, your self-esteem, your intuition, your honor code, what you will, what you won't, what you do, what you don't. And I would think That solar plexus would be highlighted here because of the Avenger in terms of taking action and your honor code, your boundaries. You may very well have to feel both horses, so to speak, to move this forward so they don't tear each other apart, right? To move them in a direction, but alchemy is necessary. Breathe. Good old shadow work. You'd be like, yeah, let's do shadow work. And then 2 days later, be like, why did I say that? But that's how it goes. As I call upon my gods of earth, the sign of Virgo powers of the North, please, using the Mythic Tarot, lower 3 chakras. What's going on for the Virgo collective? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs. Watching this video, receiving this reading. Lower 3 chakra dynamic. Masculine energy. Outside looking in. Inside looking out. Lower 3 chakras. Avenger in the 8th. The Amazon on the inner. Oh my god. It's like Diana Prince on a bad day. What do you got? Lower 3 chakras here. Help with the guidance and grace. Make it specific for the Virgos. The Fool. Dionysus, my god of Virgo, my natal patron. Darlings. This is Maenad territory. You got Dionysus on the outer and an Amazon on the inner. I used to throw parties when I lived in Bayshore, 2 acres of property. We used to have lovely parties, all women. One of them was called the Amazons and the Maenads. We had a really good time. So there is a leap of faith here. There is an initiation, a whole new stage beginning. But, you know, how are you going to jump? How are you going to make that leap? You better bring that into balance, right? Justice or vengeance. And it's a sliding scale. I understand that. But now, take this personally, these chakras, and now superimpose them on planet Earth, and you'd be like, oh, it's all one thing. Yeah, this is your part in it. This is my part in it. Work. Because I've been letting the divine feminine in me all those lifetimes as women, right? Feeling the collective pain body of the feminine. Yeah, Eckhart Tolle, Power of Now. Check it out. It's a good book. Right? And feeling the rage towards the toxic masculine energy on the planet. Right? Wanting to burn down the village, but not. Enough villages are being burnt down, if you hear me. So that's why we're going for a healing mantra deck card. Healing, Matt Kahn, take us away, take us higher, right? The Matt Kahn healing mantra deck. The Ascended Masters are going to give us a mantra to help do the shadow work. This should be a doozy. Please take a nice deep breath. Because when an Amazon does a mantra, Themyscira forever. Breathe. Let's keep it light, my Virgs. Here we go. Got a giggle from the Ascended Masters as I call upon the Ascended Masters. You guys see the larger picture, all of the pantheons of the divine too. Please, one card in clarity for us Virgo collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs watching this video, receiving this reading, channeling this reading, whatever you want to call it. The perfect healing mantra, make it specific with that Avenger in the 8th chakra, the Amazon on the inner, and Dionysus, the Fool card, ready to jump off the cliff into a whole new cycle. Not quite there yet, not quite there yet, but right on the edge. Please, with the shadow work, give us the perfect healing mantra to help us heal us and help heal the world and serve us, because we are Virgos, this our full moon to new, inspiring others. Inspiring others, I help others feel empowered by acknowledging their gifts, and I do all the time. It's my job. It's my job. Spiritual counseling, I do it every day in some way, shape, or form, even sometimes just like this with friends, with clients, with their hair on fire, you know, crown chakra in full combustion mode. You do your best, but just this is going to keep you in alignment if you do it. It is that third chakra choice of, do I want to do this or not? Do I want to do what is necessary to bring this into justice rather than revenge? Inspiring others. I help others feel empowered by acknowledging their gifts. When others are inspired, you allow them to take center stage and step into a greater acknowledgement of their personal power. Absolutely. When others are made to feel useful, they are likely to embrace more courageous decisions as their self-worth increases. Imagine the perfection of not having to do everything by yourself and infusing others with a greater sense of purpose just by asking for their help. Can you imagine that, Virgo? Not having to do everything on our own? Would that be lovely? Well, this feels like we could be doing this, asking for help. It's not a matter of feeling weak or being incapable. Instead, it's about realizing the gift of inspiration you possess simply by inviting others to be a part of your day. And I'll read the last bit in a second, but I have a friend of mine who's in a really toxic work situation. Not naming gender, name, any of that. Not even sun, moon, rising, or Venus sign. But I said to this person, you are such the hero on the hero's journey. And like the Avenger, I was like, just keep all the receipts, right? He's being screwed over, he being screwed over every way possible, and yet he's such a hard worker and so diligent. And what, you think he's the only one? No. But he is in a position where he is documenting things, and I'm like, teach them a lesson. But don't do it from revenge. Justice. What, do you want to be a hero or a villain? You want to be a hero or a villain, and this dude's a hero for surezies. So keep that in mind. Inspiring others, right? Superman inspires people. So does Deadpool, but it's a different kind of inspiration. Don't get me started on Ryan Reynolds. This mantra, I love him. This mantra is ideal for increasing intimacy in relationships, right? All different kinds of relationships. You know, you're really good at that. You're really good at that. I'm not skilled to do that. Like, I have no problem saying that to people. Resolving martyrdom. I feel naked. And communicating your needs. Inspiring others. I help others feel empowered by acknowledging their gifts. And you know, spiritual gifts are meant to be given away. By the way, just saying, that's not the only kind of gifts we're inspiring, we're pointing out in others, acknowledging in others, but the more you give them away, the more you have. Paradox. Language of heaven. Oh, I got a kitty cat. You want to come up? Which one are you? Hey, Milky Head, do you want to come sit? No? No? You just want to lurk? Alright, if he gets up to any mischief, my little Taurus, I will pause this video. But for now, the Whispers of Love Oracle, the voices of the higher selves of all involved. Now, one would think an Avenger, and there's more than one person involved here, and inspiring others. There are definitely other people here, so they're involved in this. Please take a nice deep breath. Their higher selves have a say too. As I call upon the higher selves of all involved, 5th dimension and above, 8th chakra, and above, what is the whisper of love, the piece of clarity, guidance, and grace needed for the Virgo collective? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs watching this video, receiving this reading, alchemizing the Avenger, Amazon on the inner, Fool on the outer, inspiring others, information, inspiration, insight for this hour full moon to new in Aries, March to April 2022, is miracles and blessings. Deck drop. Miracles and blessings. Everything has its gift, which I think is better than everything is a gift. Everything has its gift. Within the lead, there is the potential for gold. Lead has 3 more atoms than gold. Do the shadow work, the transformation, the releasing, the healing, the growing, the learning. There is a hidden blessing, and our last card of the 7 will be the Blessed Bee, giving us some clues, tips, and hints about what that blessing actually is. So miracles and blessings. Let's just say, if you have ever heard of A Course in Miracles by the Foundation for Inner Peace, I've been doing it for decades. Since really before I started drawing the circle. It's been a part of my life for a very, very long time. And it's not a religion. It's very, very Virgo ready. It's 365 lessons in the workbook, but you got to read the text along with the workbook to get about unity consciousness, about what a miracle is from its point of view, which is all about alchemy in its way, spiritual alchemy. Because the opposite of love is fear. But what is all-encompassing can truly have no opposite. So it's really looking about truth and illusion. The illusion, the lead of illusion, the golden truth of unity. Yeah. Miracles and blessings. And hey, let's not forget the traditional meaning of a miracle is something occurs which defies natural law. And can't we use some of that? And we are mutable earth. Changing earth. Trying to have fun. Trying to have fun while I do these. You know. Doesn't have to be a total dirge, particularly if we can inspire and lift each other up here, right? Then we'll see this from a higher place and be able to balance the scales of justice instead of burning down the village. If you're going to do shadow work, wouldn't it be nice if you had a spirit animal or animal totem with you? They're not quite the same thing, by the way. Of course it would be, because you do. Everybody does. And you have many. There are entire pantheons of the animal kingdom, of which, by the way, humans are a part of. We're not vegetables or minerals, most of us. So, The Divine Animals Oracle by Stacey DeMarco. Let's see. Let's see who's helping out. Breathe. The black cat. Did you hear that? Good timing, honey. Excellent timing for Taurus. Go lay down, lay down. Motherhood, what are you gonna do? My little crabby one. Come on up. Come on up. There. He's in his invisible chair. He's there. You just can't see him because it's a black cat on a black sequins background. Lay down, sweetheart. Come on, my beloved. My Melchior, my Monkey-or. My stinky head. I love you. Lay down, lay down. Lay down, lay down. You probably just see a pair of green floating eyes. I love working from home. Such a Virgo. Yes, I love you too. Please take a nice deep breath. Sniffing the table, you table sniffer, you cake sniffer. Here we go. Still point. Nice for you to show up for the pantheon of animals, by the way. As I call upon the collective spirit animals and the spirit guides and spirit animals and totems for the Virgo collective sun, moon, rising, Venus signs watching this video, receiving this reading, please, beloved ones, who walks with us, who flies with us, who crawls with us, who swims with us through this shadow work with the Avenger in the 8th, Amazon on the inner, the Fool on the outer, inspiring others, and miracles and blessings. That from the higher self says a lot, that there's a lot more going on here, right? Everything has its gift. Well, who are we gifted with in terms of the spirit animals and totems to help us with this? This our full to new March, April 2022. This is hard to say, but I'm going to give it my best shot. It's a little tongue-tie-ish. Red-crowned crane. My dame has a red-crowned crane. My mother was in nursery school, and I watched Magic Garden. Carol and Paula were my first coven. I'm not mad about it. I'm very proud about it. Card number 29, the red-crowned crane. Loyalty is the key word of the red-crowned crane. It's good for the jaw muscles, darlings. Card number 29. Card number 29. Now, I only read the first part and the last part in here, but this book and oracle is just magnificent. I highly recommend it. So I'm going to read you the verbal sketch, right, explaining it a little bit. I mean, the artwork is so interesting. It's a red-crowned crane on the top, but it gives way to like a goddess who's wearing it like a hat. It is so stimulating being your hat. Card number 29, Red Crown Crane, Loyalty. The time has come to re-examine your loyalties. Are you able to be trusted? Keep your word if you give it. Take relationships slowly and make sure to build strong connections. What promises have you made and must keep? The magic. Crane magic is about loyalty and steadfastness. In this world of instant gratification isn't fast enough, and short attention spans, perhaps the idea of loyalty is beginning to be a lost ideal. The graceful crane teaches us that remaining steadfast to those who deserve it is a positive ideal and something to treasure. That can be very Virgo. We can very much be, we get somebody's back, inspiring others. Yeah, absolutely. Even down to the details, stuff they may not see. Thinking carefully about our promises and keeping our word means that we become people to be trusted by others and ourselves, right? To be able to trust ourselves. And I really, really think, what did I say about honor code, right? What is your honor code? Check out the Code of Chivalry. It's ancient, but there might be some bullet points there you might want to integrate, right? A little bit at a time. No one's born in total integrity. Babies are nightmares, right? But conditioning. Your soul is honorable, but it comes into a human body with a human ego and has a personality that has to take the hero's journey of listening to the soul and listening to the ego and making choices and decisions, particularly one of justice versus revenge seems pretty big, but there is a miracle here. So your loyalty to yourself, your own gut, your own truth. Again, you can feel everything you have to feel. Just don't. I didn't bleep that out. I wanted to hear you say it. Because it's really important. It's really important to feel it and heal it without it possessing you. Shadow possession, right? If you find yourself resorting to violence in the name of a cause in your personal life, right? You know, tricky. Because you know us Virgos, we're mutable earth. We're earthquake. We'll shake that shit out from under you. Last card down, though, the hidden blessing, right? Let's see an indication of this gold here from the Blessed Bee, the mystical Celtic blessing cards to enrich and empower by Lucy Cavendish. The pantheons of all traditions. The pantheon of pantheons. Isn't that right, Melky? Yes, he says. Please take a nice deep breath. Never work with children or animals, W.C. Fields. As I call upon the pantheons of all pantheons, all traditions, lineages, and cultures, please, what is the hidden blessing for the Virgo collective? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs watching this video, receiving this reading, the gold hidden in the lead that the shadow work will reveal if we so choose to do the shadow work. The Avenger, right, shooting for their desire to balance the scales of justice, righteousness on behalf of society and or oneself, which holographically is the same at this point. It always was, really. With the Amazon on the inner, that emotional carrot and stick, the carrot of justice, the stick of revenge, not just what we want, why we want it, what's motivating us. Heart, throat, third eye, crown, major arcana card hits all four chakras there. The Fool on the outer, standing on the edge of the cliff, ready to pull something, ready to jump off of something. Is it Wile E. Coyote or is it soaring into the sky on that leap of faith? But we can inspire others as we go. We're not in this alone. And we empower others by pointing out their gifts, their skills, what they're good at. And that alone sets off a chain reaction of miracles, particularly because we're not doing this all alone, right? The relief of inspiring others, not manipulating them, but empowering them. And with that red-crowned crane, to do it with loyalty. And look at our promises we make to ourselves as well in our honor code. I will not do that. I will not stand for that, but I will not sit for that. Right? And that's a learning curve too. Starting a new cycle of that with the Fool. So what's the hidden blessing for the Virgo collective that we most need to know about here? So that we can do the alchemy and know that there is light at the end of this tunnel come the new moon in Aries, this full to new. March, April 2022. It's the Liam Neeson card. The Liam Neeson card. Look at him. Google it. That is Liam Neeson. Card number 13, a blessing for good men and fathers. I do like a good man. Medium rare. Well, they're rare. It seems nowadays. And what was I saying? What was I saying about the divine feminines, like rage and anger and pain and wanting revenge on the toxic divine masculine? But remember, it's not all about men. I know plenty of women with toxic masculine energy. I've worked for a lot of them. Wait till that book comes out, honey. My sex, drugs, rock and roll career in the New Age metaphysical pagan community. We do the blessings for real here. So all joking aside, this is exactly what the fucking world needs right now. And I gotta say, that president of the Ukraine, oof. I know he's married with kids. It's part of the appeal, apparently, for me. Card number 15, a blessing for good men and fathers. Oh, honey, just do the mantra, do the shadow work. If this is the blessing that it brings into our life and into the world, sign me up. Maybe we need to start calling out some people's gifts, both men and women. And they and them and whatever gender anybody cares to be in this life. We're immortal souls. Just roll with it, okay? Okay, we good? Please take a nice deep breath. Pantheons of the Divine. This one's too important for me to just do on my own. Say it through me. I know I always ask, but do this through me. Encode this with guidance, grace, love, wisdom, and power. And here we go. Card number 15, a blessing on... Oh, the wrong page. Went too far. What? Oh, it's card number 13, but it looks like a 15 because I got a stupid curly Q thing there. Sorry. We're allowed to make mistakes. Breathe. And to keep this a little bit on the light side with Liam Neeson here. Card number 13, a blessing for good men and fathers. More than just a few. A blessing for the men, the good men, who do the essential work for themselves, for each other, for their families, and for their communities. Woof. Antlers. Horned God. We need good men, loving fathers, fully flowered in their masculinity. May you be blessed with the healing of any wounds you hold and hide within. May you allow yourselves to be vulnerable and tender in the care of the young. May you be blessed with the strength of your own untainted power and open up to the great abilities that lie within you. Beneath the muscle and sinew and grit and stoic face you show the world. May you be blessed and be open-hearted in love, intelligent in your alliances, honorable in your agreements, and courageous when you must stand and resist the challenges that may come to you. The men of the Ukraine, may you be blessed. May you receive the blessings of opening yourself to your own immense internal beauties, refusing to identify with only the shadow which swallows so many good men. Don't get me started. Instead, when you meet the darkness within, the shadow, let it be understood, acknowledged, and honored, healed, and transformed. And thus may you turn away from stereotypes and become your true self. Work. Thank you. May all men be blessed as they do this sacred work. To every man may you be a brother, and with every honorable act of care and compassion and protection and nurture, may you be the most blessed. For you are precious to us all, and you father us all. It is not through the bonds of biology, but through the strands of connection, for all men are our brothers. May you show the next men how to father themselves, and thus continue the evolution of our humanity. To all men who have literally had the blessing of children, may your nurture be blessed. To men who raise and rear other men's children. May you be blessed, my stepfather Zeus. Where is he? To the good men and the good fathers for showing the many possibilities of how a man can be good in a very deep, real way, offering us all a well of wisdom from which to drink, a fire of protection and love by which to warm oneself, and the endless love of the sea in which we are reborn. May your gifts to the world return to you threefold. Say it with me. For the well-being of all, and with harm to none, as we will it, so let it be done. So mote it be, blessed be. Woof. That's a read. But I know parts of me right now would rather burn down the village than inspire a man. Tell him how great he is. But you know, it depends on the guy, right? But we could do that. We could do that as my own stuff. But I know us Virgos, we don't necessarily let go right away. So do the alchemy, shoot for justice, shoot for balance here, harness that Amazon and take the leap, inspiring others, helping others feel empowered by acknowledging their gifts, because they're miracles of things we never thought would happen and get better beyond our imagination, right? And with that loyalty of the red crown crane as a blessing for good men and fathers. And ooh, daddy, but I'm a witch daddy witch, mama of black cats, Virgo galore, the Archangel of Lyons. So did you like the video? Hit the thumbs up, help the Virgos and help the men of the planet. Please, we need them. We need them. I'm predominant, divine feminine, duh. And if you want more of me here on YouTube, subscribe, hit the notification bell. I'm traveling to see family on Monday. I'm getting these done ahead of time, posting them in advance, so you guys have the info, the deets beforehand. And if you really want to go deeper and come Patreon on Patreon, patreon.com/join the circle. I stream there every morning with a cup of coffee, usually a bathrobe, and something going on in my hair before I get on camera here. And today I did a half hour just chatting with them all on the live stream there. So come check it out. Otherwise, Virgos, comment on this one. I want to hear your voices, or reach out to me privately for a reading, or just to let me know what the tea. Otherwise, wishing you all the very best and the very blessed of our full in Virgo to new in Aries, April Fool's Day. Hail, farewell, and blessed be.